Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to gear up for our next contest, I want to reiterate something, folks. Black Savage, despite Carnage walking away with the belt, Black Savage is not the HCW World's Heavyweight Champion. That title still belongs to the real deal Eclipse. Possession is not 9/10 of the law, as Carnage may have you believe. But speaking of believing that possession is 9/10 of the law, here's a man who may very well believe that mindset as well. Is the former World's Heavyweight Champion, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in HCW history. That is Chris Preston. As he makes his way around the ring, jaw-jacking with the audience, Chris Preston, he may want to get focused. Leave old Uncle John Carnation alone. All right, just because he's dressed better than you doesn't mean you need to talk down to him. Because Preston, he is gearing up for a huge opportunity here tonight. The opportunity to become the HCW social media champion. As if some of y'all folks may remember back at our August show when we had the gauntlet for the HCW social media title, Chris Preston, in an effort to maybe try to bring out Eclipse, maybe get one more match for that World Heavyweight title, he clocked Aaron Blaque in the back of the head with a steel chair as Aaron Blaque was making his way down to the ring for his entrance, costing Aaron Blaque his opportunity that night at the social media title. Of course, Aaron Blaque won that social media title last month by defeating Black Savage in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So a lot on the line in this matchup. Chris Preston does not feel his business with the establishment is done yet, albeit he was aiming for Eclipse in the World Heavyweight title, but he will gladly take another piece of gold, that being the social media title. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the HCW social media champion, Aaron Blaque, who was coming off a career-defining win last month when he took the belt away from the grasp of Black Savage, ending his year-plus reign as HCW social media champion. Aaron Blaque is hoping to have similar success, if not greater success, than what Black Savage had as social media champion. But he has a very tall task in front of him with his very first title defense. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna shut my yap up for a second and take it up to Miss Sarah Sunshine for ring introductions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got the ring introductions out of the way. As we see our official for this contest, Jason, he is holding up what this match is all about, the HCW social media title. And as I was trying to allude to earlier, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup has a lot on the line. As Chris Preston, he doesn't appreciate that T-shirt too much. Of course, it had his name on it with the little anti-sign over, which I think that'd be a hot seller here for the crowd here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling, because nobody except maybe for himself and his fellow Mayhem Mafia cohorts, nobody likes Chris Preston. And that especially goes for the arrogant prodigy, Aaron Blaque. As I said, back in August, Chris Preston attacked Aaron Blaque from behind with a steel chair. Oh! Busting Aaron Blaque in the back of the head, cost him his opportunity that night at the HCW social media title to take it away from Black Savage, as Aaron Blaque is coming out hot in the gates for Chris Preston. And I don't blame him one bit, folks. Aaron Blaque showing an aggressive side right here as he whips Chris Preston off. Up and over goes Aaron Blaque, but lands on his feet. Oh! Kick to the back of the head. Down goes Preston. And now here comes Aaron Blaque off the ropes. Boom! Running knee. Aaron Blaque, he is staying the course. He is staying on top of Chris Preston in the early goings of this contest. As Aaron Blaque, what's he looking to do here? Was going to go to the outside. Did not like the position he had Chris Preston in. What's Aaron Blaque looking to do here? Oh, springboard. Oh, coming off the top, a splash. Oh, got 2 count here in the early going of this matchup. Like I said, folks, a very personal matchup for Aaron Blaque. Was robbed of his opportunity back in August to take the social media title. Was concussed, had to get stitches in the back of his head, thanks to Chris Preston. And of course, Chris Preston, you know, he won't sniff at any opportunity to take some gold from someone, even though it may not be the World Heavyweight title like he was hoping for it to be. He was hoping to maybe drag Eclipse out for another opportunity for that world title. But due to his actions at the August show in that gauntlet match, attacking Aaron Blaque from behind, Chris Preston was suspended. And of course, now that suspension lifted. And albeit I do have to imagine a little bit that suspension got lifted only after a month. And I imagine maybe Aaron Blaque had a little bit to do with that. He didn't want Chris Preston on the shelf too long. He wanted to get his hands on Chris Preston as he's doing right now. But what a feather in the cap this would be for Aaron Blaque if he was able, to beat a former World Heavyweight Champion in his first title defense. But on the flip side of that, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very dangerous game Aaron Blaque is playing. I mean, we talked about it earlier, Eclipse being the hothead of the establishment. Aaron Blaque ain't too far behind him in that regard. You know, Aaron Blaque coming out his very first title defense, and he's coming after the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of all time in HCW. This may very well be a big mistake, by the arrogant prodigy, but he doesn't call himself the arrogant prodigy for nothing. And that's, came running at Chris Preston, but Chris Preston got him and dropped him on the barricade right there. And of course, you can't be disqualified. It is part of the arena and the ringside area. You don't get disqualified for using the apron. You don't get disqualified for using the steps over there at ringside or the ring post, and you don't get disqualified for using the barricade. All these things in the ringside area, they're basically a tag team partner if you know how to use it. And Chris Preston, being the veteran that he is, definitely knows how to use all of these things in the ringside area to his advantage. And this could very well be a very short title reign for the arrogant prodigy. He could wind up all because of, his arrogance and maybe a little bit of the hot-headedness. He could very well be on the opposite end of the spectrum of Black Savage and be the shortest reigning social media champion of all time. You know, and old Josiah sitting here, I definitely don't want to see that happen. I want, this to be a long and fruitful reign for the HCW social media. Wait a minute, hold on. What's going on the side? That I don't want to deviate too much from the action, folks, as Chris Preston is dominating this matchup. But we got Bad Guy over there on the side of the screen. He's conversing with Uncle John. I don't know what all that's about. Wait a minute now. Bad Guy coming over to the ringside area and just snatching the belt from Miss Sarah Sunshine. I think he was trying to get Uncle John or Miss Sarah to hand him the social media title. Instead, he took it by force. And interesting development, folks, as we're going to try to focus back on this match as Chris Preston is dominating the contest. Chris Preston, if he ends up winning this match, he may not have a social media title to hold over his head. If he does end up winning this thing, it's the same thing for Aaron Blaque if he's able to retain. He may not get to enjoy the fruits of his hard work. Because we got a cover here. Kick out by Aaron Blaque. I mean, we saw in the previous matchup, and I had to reiterate at the beginning here that, you know, Black Savage is not the World Heavyweight Champion just because Bad Guy walks off the belt. You know, that does not make Carnage social media champion. I know they miss having that belt in their portfolio, in their lineup, as Aaron Blaque coming in with a flying clothesline right there to Chris Preston. But no, position is not 9/10 of the law, as I've stated earlier. Whatever's going on with that, I'm sure we'll find out in due time. Right now, both these men, Chris Preston and Aaron Blaque, to put the focus back on what's important. And what's important is, oh, that beautiful halo over the top rope by Chris Preston to Aaron Blaque. And we got a cover here. Oh, 2 count. You don't see Chris Preston fly much, but when he does, it's effective. As Chris Preston getting a little flustered, getting a little frustrated here. I imagine Chris Preston, and you know, if you look at everything on paper, Chris Preston would have every right to be confident, every right to, you know, maybe undersell his adversary, you know, overlook the champion. I mean, all things considered, when you look at it, Aaron Blaque only a little bit over a year experience right now in professional wrestling. Chris Preston, meanwhile, has years upon years upon years over Aaron Blaque in the experience department, one of the most decorated competitors that's ever graced a Haybar Championship ring, as Chris Preston's looking to make the champion submit. So, I mean, on paper, you know, obviously, you know, no one would fault Chris Preston if he overlooked Aaron Blaque in this matchup, but that is something that he should definitely not do, as Aaron Blaque is trying to get back in the fight. Oh, flying shoulder block right there by the champion. As Aaron Blaque now, oh, DDT spots Chris Preston right there. And we got cover. No, just a 2 count. But someone like a veteran like Chris Preston should know, never underestimate any opponent you have. And maybe that underestimation will cost him. And Aaron Blaque now just wearing down his challenger, his opponent in this social media title contest. But Chris Preston, he's fighting back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Preston is a fighter. He is resilient. Gotta give the devil his due on that. And, oh! Kick to the gut. Oh! Drops Chris Preston right there. Oh! Blackout! Blackout, that could be it! Just like that, it's over. Just like that, it's going to be over. But Chris Preston, he's in the ropes. He's in the ropes. Aaron Blaque took a few seconds too long to get to that cover, and Chris Preston was able to get himself to the ropes. We've seen that blackout finish many of a competitor here in Haybar Championship Wrestling. We not got another cover, but too much time has elapsed. Chris Preston was able to recover enough to kick out right there. And hopefully that does not, that one little mistake right there does not spell the end of Aaron Blaque's social media title reign, as Blaque is now giving chase to the challenger. But Chris Preston, going under the ring. I don't think Chris Preston realized it. I mean, he should definitely know, being, a multiple-time champion all over. I don't know if him going under the ring was just some sort of a reprieve for himself for Aaron Blaque, or maybe he's going to try to look for something to use in the contest. Either way, he was able to get away from the champion long enough to take advantage and, get back in this match. Good Lord, that chop, as he now throws the champion back in the ring. And, well, I guess he was looking for a little toy to play with. As Chris Preston is searching under the ring as the referee's initiating his count. What could Chris Preston be looking for? He's making his way around the ring, talking his trash to the audience, trying to find something of use for himself in this matchup. What? Did he just take a chair from the audience? Is that why he just slid in the ring? Aaron Blaque now seeing red after seeing that chair. Aaron Blaque back on the offense. Chris Preston took too much time. Flying clothesline, down goes Chris Preston again. As Aaron Blaque now, wherever you going to get that chair out of the ring before someone uses it, and I think Aaron Blaque, just what I was afraid of. Aaron Blaque, I said he was seeing red. Aaron, we saw this last month for Eclipse. Eclipse lost his cool when he saw the chair, and he wailed Kip Havoc with it. Aaron Blaque looking to do the same with Chris Preston. I mean, Aaron Blaque will retain the social media title, but we know Aaron Blaque doesn't want to retain the title that way. Poke to the eye right there by Chris Preston. Either way, it worked for Preston. So, I mean, if Aaron Blaque would have gotten disqualified right there, I imagine Chris Preston would have wormed his way into another title opportunity. But either way, it worked. Aaron Blaque stalled long enough, debating with himself, debating with the referee about using that chair, that Chris Preston was able to recover and now get back in this contest. Hey, Chris, mind yourself. Strike the official and you get DQ'd. As Chris Preston now setting up Aaron Blaque, seeing him on the top rope right there and just wailing on him, shot after shot. What a chop! Just reverberating all around the building here in Prescott, Arkansas. As now Chris Preston, what is he looking to do to the champion? Aaron Blaque trying to fight back here, and Chris Preston trying to hold him at bay. But, what a shot right there by Aaron Blaque. Down goes Chris Preston. Aaron Blaque there on the second rope. Oh my goodness, super blackout! 1, 2, 3, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Still your HCW social media champion, the arrogant prodigy, Aaron Blaque.